Oh yeah, people. Happy Friday. The Harper's in the house. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yes, man. Oh, come on, come on. Now we start a little late today. But I am here. The Harper's in the house. Live, positive vibe.
I would like to see the day.
Yes, how y'all doing? How y'all doing on this Friday?
One love, it would be happiness to see such a unity.
Playing something by the late, great, mighty Shadow called One Love. Listen to the lyrics. It's a nice groove, way back before I was born. Calypso music. What you would love to see, and what I would love to see too in the world.
Love to the world, it's all that I can say.
Yes, man.
Deep in my soul, I would like to see the day of peacefulness, happiness, and togetherness.
Join the live.
I would like to see the day when love would come to stay. One love, it would be happiness to see such a unity. One love.
Oh, yeah.
One love.
One love, people. That's what we need in the world. One love. So that's my question today. My question today is, do you think everyone will ever be treated equally in this world? Will a day ever come where you all think everyone will be treated equally in this world? Come on. Call me on WhatsApp me, 501-410-5772. My phone haven't run directly into the system, but we try to get you online.
Look around.
Call me.
And all that I can see, hate and confusion throughout humanity. No peacefulness, no happiness, no togetherness.
How y'all doing on the outside?
I would like to see the day when love would come to stay. One love, it would be happiness to see such a unity.
Such a unity. That's all we need in the world. All about positive vibe. Come on. There's some real nice. Some nice just catching my vibes here. Oh yeah. Yes, man. Started a little late today because I had a gig last night. Had a gig last night with the band at a place called Cannibal and Craft, downtown to the Rock. And it was good. Came home after 1, went to bed after 2. So yeah, get up a little late today, tired. Body need a rest. But we still here, right now on Positive Vibe, doing it live. So come on, people, call me. Yes, man. With it. Do you think everyone will ever be treated equally in this world? Yes, man. Call in and let's have a nice discussion about it. Let me know what you think. So all my friends and family all over the globe, hope you all having a great Friday, all right? Yes, man. I'll be performing every Tuesday. In the month of June. Every Tuesday at this place called Carnivals and Craft. Every Tuesday from 7. Between 7 and 11. Tiki Tuesday, all right? Come on down. Tiki Tuesday, Carnival and Crafts. So it's all good. I would like to see the day when love would come to stay. One love, it would be happiness to see such a. So will anyone? Do you think everyone will ever be treated equally in this world? Hope everyone in Trinidad doing all right. Hope everyone following the protocols. Wash your hands, put on your mask. Social distance. You know, right now in the US, you know, they open up a lot of stuff. They say once you're vaccinated, you don't need to use your face mask and social distance. That's what government and officials are saying. Governors are saying. But the CDC say once you're vaccinated, still try the social distance and wear your mask. You're in two different things. But the best thing to do is just try to put on your mask and try to be safe and follow all protocols, all right? Because COVID-19 is out there. Come on. So yeah, people, do you think everyone will ever be treated equally in this world? Call in. WhatsApp me 501-410-5772. Yes, man. We need peacefulness, happiness, togetherness in this world today. Come on. I would like to see the day when love would come to stay. One love, it would be happiness to see such a unity. One love, How we got on today? Seen two people on. It's all good. Yes, man, the song playing in the background by the late, great mighty Shadow called One Love. Yes, soca vibe. Actually, calypso vibe. I think it was a song before I were ever born. But it's a nice song. It's a nice song. I like it. I like the vibe. You know, and I like the lyrics. Hey, we got Showing Cooper on. Showing, how you doing, boss? We got Carry Me On. I don't know if you all know this song, but it's a nice song from Shadow. And as I say, you know, we need the love, the peace, the unity, the happiness. And all the calling, say something. Do you all think everyone will ever be treated equally in this world?
Like to see a world
That's what I want to know.
of unity.
You see, there are a lot of topics that we all could talk about. But you know, we cannot shy away from these little topics, you know. Come out openly and let's have a discussion.
Peacefulness, happiness,
You know, I think I will, from next week I'll go back. Some topics I would never really discuss. And hopefully I get people to come on and discuss certain topics, you know. Have a forum. Yes, man. There's what we need in the world, love. We need to love one another. Love your brother, your sister. When I say brother and sister, we all brothers and sisters out there in the world.
Love to the world. It's all that I can say. Deep in my soul, I would like to see the day of peacefulness, happiness, and togetherness. I would like to see the day when love.
Yes, man, after this program, I think I'm gonna head back and get some rest. Body tired. Woo. Don't forget tomorrow we're gonna be working out. We'll work on Saturday, alright? Yes, man, I gotta drive up to Oklahoma. 3-hour drive. And this is Memorial Weekend here in the US. This is gonna be a long weekend. Holiday on Monday. One of my good friends, brother from another mother, coming to check me out in Oklahoma. Kieran Payne. Yes, man. So yeah, I'm gonna have a blast when I'm up there. Hopefully everything's running smooth. We're gonna catch up on old times. Yes, man.
Throughout humanity, no peacefulness, no happiness, no togetherness. I would like to see the day when love would come to stay. One love, it would be happiness to see such a unity.
Right now it look like love has gone from the world. A lot of selfishness. We need to get it back. We need to get back the respect. We need to get back the unity. We need to get back to the days where compliments wasn't taken wrongfully. These days they can't even give a good compliment to someone. They take it wrongfully. Yes, man. Don't think I'm playing any music today. Just so tired. So yeah, people. Do you think everyone will ever be treated equally in this world? I want you all to come on. I want you all to say something. At least comment on it if you all don't want to call in. Hey, we got Brent in the house. We got Duval Scott in the house also. Blessings and greetings, Duval. Yes, man, sure. When say he tried to remain safe physically and mentally. Hey, that's the way. That's the way to be sure when you gotta remain safe. We can't let anything get to us in this world. People dropping like flies. High blood pressure and all kind of stuff. Underlying ailments. So you got to be careful. What's up, Duvon? Hey, don't forget to check out Duvon Stewart Pan Chronicles on a Sunday, right? I haven't been on for a while because, hey, man, you know, traveling from Oklahoma, coming down the road, I had time to check out the show because I'm on the road, you know.
Kick off summer with Guitar Center's Memorial Day
It's all
event.
good, it's all good.
Save a
So yeah, check out Duvon Stewart Pan Chronicles. Have a lot of nice stuff going on in his show. Support Trinidad and Tobago culture, whatever little that we could do online in order to keep promoting the culture of Trinidad and Tobago. That's what we're going to be doing. Yes, man, somebody calling in. Hello. Yes, I'm trying to get you on the my direct component not working. So let me see if everyone can hear you loud and clear if I put you by the mic.
Oh gosh, what's going on? What's going on?
Everything cool, man.
All right. Just bless up to Mr. Sherwin Cooper, Mr. Duvon Stewart, Sir Duvon Stewart on the inside.
Right, yeah, that's a do fun.
Yes, Sir Duvon Stewart, Sir Duvon Stewart. I still have your bottle and a series in here for him, but that's another story.
Well, I hope you hear it, you know. As I say, you know, my component isn't working right, you know what I mean, to hear you direct. So I hope you hear it over the, I try to hire you on speaker.
Right. So what was the question? I just come back in the office. What was the question?
The question is, do you think everyone will ever be treated equally in the world today or so, whenever?
Well, you see, first we had to look at what is equal, right?
Uh,
Before we answer that question, we had to look at what is equal, right? Because what I might think is equal might not be what another person think it is, right? And then we gotta look at how we were created too, and then you have to look at the whole demographic of everything, right? Because if you look at a doctor as opposed to a person a janitor, right? A doctor walks into to a restaurant and a janitor walks into the same restaurant. Just the demeanor of the doctor, you know, he might be flashing that black card or that gold card, right? Where might or might not the janitor will have it, but you're gonna see that distinct difference, and people gonna move towards what they see, right? Look at color. Let's look at color. Let's look at race. You understand? And unless man what's the word I'm looking for? Unless man mature spiritually, there will never be equality. They will never be treated the same. You know? We have to mature spiritually, and it's not everybody see that, you know. Not everybody eyes is open to that aspect of life. So to me, right now, the way it's going, nah. Until man get to know themselves, you'll never be treated equally, because you have to understand the concept. If it is you don't like something done to you, then you wouldn't do it to somebody else.
all right.
Right? But man has not reached that threshold yet to understand that it's more than just we living and we having money, or we have a house, or we have a car, or we have a job. Right? Inward spiritually, you had to have an introspection, a self-introspection, you call it. To accept that what I want for myself, what I don't want to happen to me, I would not do it to somebody else. And until we envelop that and we develop that, it's called spiritual maturity. Until we reach that height, people will never be treated equal. Because when you reach that height, then you don't see color, You don't see race. You understand? There is no difference. You don't see that.
Well
you feel
said.
me?
Well said,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, but right now, as the world is today, nah.
All right.
We would, you never find equality there. Can't find. People would be treated equal. We are still caught up in that time loop.
Mm-hmm.
We are still caught up in that time loop where man haven't. You see, when you start to mature, you start to realize now that you had to fix you, and a man will never be truly fixed. When I say a man will never really know himself, it will take you 50 lifetimes to really know yourself. And instead of you take your time to work on self, we want to study everybody else and study what everybody else doing and trying to better everybody. Not accepting what it is we have and what it is we got and what it is we have to do. Right? So we caught up in that time loop of looking at one another and seeing, and we're not looking at ourselves. Michael Jackson said it. Talk to the man in the mirror. Ask him to change his ways. But we live in a world where it's covered by lies and confusion and deceit. That we even lie to ourselves. We as human beings, we lie to ourselves, right? And if we continue to lie to ourselves, then we're not really looking at that man in the mirror. Right? We are masking everything, right? Yeah, so then we wouldn't really treat a man the way, an individual. When I say man, I incorporate everything. The way they're supposed to be treated, right? I asked some people a question some years ago, and sometimes I just speak it to people too. I said, would you like a man to walk in your house and take up everything that you work hard for and walk out? Everybody had the same answer. They said no. I said, so then why would you want to do that to somebody? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Would you want to know that when a man leave his house in the morning, you go in and sleep with his wife? Would you like somebody to do that when you go to work? You understand what I'm saying? And I'm sure most of us maybe do it when we was young. You jump the neighbor fence and your teeth are fall. I carry that. Right? But now that you start to mature, would you really like to know that you went and buy all them grains and build fowl, cob and mind your fowl and making sure it's eating good and you know what I mean? And then when you go to work, a man climb your fence and thief your fowl? You laugh at that, you know you thief some fowl in your days, right? But you know it's a spiritual maturity.
Yeah.
And until man eyes open to that, we will never be treated equal, right?
Right.
So that is my little 2 cents, you know. And my prayer is that man eye open. That's my prayer daily. Yeah, is that man eyes open, right? And then we would not see, as I say, we would not see race, we would not see color, we would not see class, we would not see gender. You understand? And the world would be a better place. But for now, where greed is, and where nobody looks in the mirror, but want to look through the window, yeah. So we had to move that window. You know, put some foil paper on that window. So every time you look in the window, you see yourself. Instead of seeing outside and seeing what the neighbor do.
Right. That
you feel me?
Watch man, that ain't no 2 cents you give me there, you know, that whole 25, you know.
Well, I had to give him a ticket, you know, because, you know, them fellas come, there's some rough men online right now. So them fellas coming, so I had to get, yeah.
I want them calling, man. I want them calling.
Yeah. You know, that's how we had to look at it, Daryl. That's
Yes,
how we had to look at it, you know? Yeah. So, you know, stay positive. Stay positive. As I say, you're just continuously developing. That's a good thing. And let me keep this positive vibes running. You know, I just be at work on a Friday, but once I could jump on, I'll jump on.
Nice.
And continue spreading that good news and that love. You know what I mean? Because it's all about love. That's all we know.
Yep.
You know, yeah, we come out from love. That's all we know. We only know love, you know. So let me keep it, you know, continuously positive.
Right.
All right. And to all the boys and all the brothers online, sisters, have a blessed one. Enjoy all those in the US, enjoy your weekend. A long weekend, holiday weekend. And yeah, let me continue Trinidad, the men in Trinidad, the women in Trinidad, they keep it safe. I see it some numbers popping up here, and I really don't like what I see. I mean, at the end of the day, I might be a Canadian, but I'm a Trinidadian born, Trinidad and Tobago. I belong to Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
The place of birth, and we have to continuously pray for the Twin Island. Pray that people understand what is really going on here with this pandemic. As I say, I work in healthcare, and it's not nice. You know, it is not nice. Right? I still have brothers and sisters in Trinidad, and I still have family in Trinidad and stuff like that. Thankful that all my kids out there. But we had to open our eyes to this pandemic. Some people might think it's conspiracy, and I'm not betting nobody who think what it is. I'm just saying, sanitize,
Yeah.
when we pitch in here, I think mommy say, wash your hands. Go and wash your hands before you come and eat.
Take off that shoes and wash your hands.
Trinidadians know that. So that's nothing new to us. You understand? The only thing different is the mask. And if you can remember long ago, you take a rag and you put your face before they talk about some Sahara dust. And we blocking up your face.
The handkerchief.
With the handkerchief, right?
Yeah.
So we know about that. We know about cleanliness. I tell people, Trinidad and Tobago know about cleanliness. The Caribbean islands know about cleanliness. We do that for small. I can't talk for out here because I grew up. I grew up in Trinidad. Right? All my summer vacations was spent all my summer vacations till I was like 17 years old. You understand? And no 16, right? And the same thing. We don't go outside. My grandmother, hey, wash your hands, wash your face, you know what I mean? So I'm pleading to Trinidad and Tobago and the rest of the world to sanitize, follow governmental protocols. It might be harsh, but follow it now so that you understand, especially people how to go out and work for a living like musicians, you understand, and places of worship up and things like that. You know, if you follow protocols and get rid of this thing, we're going to be running smooth. You know?
For sure.
So my brother, continued love, always support, because you're doing a positive thing, you know. Bless up to everybody online.
Nice, man.
All right,
Bless up, man. Nice to have you on, as usual.
Cheers, cheers.
Yes, man. Yes, man. That was Brent in the house. Brother from another mother. He said, unless you look at yourself in the mirror, try to save it. Try to change yourself first before you could try to change anybody. You don't ever think that right now we will have everyone will be treated equally. But hey, let's hope that day will come sometime soon, all right? All right, let me take down the background a little bit. They do for nice. Hello.
Everything blessed?
I bless.
Well, this is your boy from Trinidad and Tobago calling on your program, man. I want to congratulate you on a very, very inspirational program that you have been doing over the umpteen weeks, umpteen days. You have been trying to promote positive vibes on your program, man.
Mm-hmm. It's all good.
Yeah, man, it's all good. To the last caller, man, you could just address me as Duvon Stewart. I am very, very cool and humble with that. I'm just Duvon Stewart. Yeah, I'm in light to what the last caller said, with the question that you asked of the day. Do you think everyone will ever be treated equally in this world? The last caller hit the nail on point, because it's simple. We were all brought in a world where we are not perfect. We can all come together with the affirmation of trying to do good, but yet still the imperfect qualities will always be around. Is a sense of control where a human being could articulate him or herself knowing what is right and what is wrong. What is there to be said, what is there not to be said, what is there to do or what is not supposed to do, not supposed to be done. And I see today blatantly, and I have experienced it on the hand where I am in a fraternity that is not together. We are divided, we are fighting, we are bickering, we are out of control, we are lawless. And the day that we can all sit together and ask ourselves the question, is it worth it for us doing what we are doing to our fellow brothers in the fraternity? I'm just talking about our fraternity, yeah? We ain't talking the world as yet, eh? I'm talking about our fraternity. And if we continue to do the things that we are doing within our fraternity, expect the worst to happen outside our fraternity, because at the end of the day, we are all humans. But we are supposed to be in a position to be leaders and exemplifiers of what we know to be right from wrong.
Right.
There's a point in time in life that we all need to try to push the positive elements, because we were all once kids, and we were all brought up by our families in our lives that always try to preach the goodness in us. But yet still, when we meet an age in our life, we try to practice the opposite, because you know what? They want to experience what it is like to feel the blunt of joy or pain. And it's up to them to ask themselves the question, do I want to feel pain or do I want to feel joy and happiness? It's all up to man to make the decision unto themselves. And it is happening within my fraternity today.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It is very, very distasteful. It is very, very difficult to deal with in this time of pandemic, where we musicians and entertainers not really coming together and asking ourselves the picture, as my guy, the last caller, said, when Michael Jackson made the quote, if we could look ourselves in the mirror and ask ourselves the questions, what is our real purpose? What is our real character in exemplifying that positive growth for a generation to come, to see us as leaders and go get us to make them feel comfortable in the years to come? And the answer is, we are not doing a good job. Because once the head project negative intent and negative thoughts, once the head try to bring forward and invoke ego within the whole equilibrium, we will always have a problem.
Right.
Ego is the powerful word I use in the comment, because, man, let me show you something, man. Everybody in this world is for self. We always try to claim and say, let me look out for our brothers, let me look out for our sisters. We use social media for the wrong reasons, to project the positive things, and behind the back, we preaching all the we're doing all the things that the opposite.
Man, it's
but when guy, I am seeing it or no, but I'm living in Trinidad and Tobago today. I'm talking about my fraternity. I mean, I ain't talking about the world, because I don't know what everybody experiences in their journeys and their whole lifestyle living with that is where that is concerned. I'm talking about where I am right now.
Right.
We living in a society here where once we speak out the right things, there's always an element to pull it down. There is always an element to pull it down. And that breeds a sense of frustration. It breeds a sense of negative intent, because they all breed and try to bring forth that negative persona to make sure that things go forward for them. And that is the wrong thing. How can we treat and teach the upcoming generation things like these? How can everybody be treated equal when this one having, and you ain't thinking about this one not having, but you know this one won't, but yet still, you're not trying to reach this one to make this one be like this one. Understand what I'm saying? Nice. But yet still, everybody's in a position to get, to gain, to achieve, to receive, to grow, to bring forth, to carry forward. A lot of people keep saying, yo, Duvon Stewart, yet still, we know that you have been successful in the fraternity. You know, you are a voice in the fraternity, and once you do something, everybody will listen to you. Yo, I tried my utmost best to try to meet people half the way, because if I can exemplify the qualities of doing good and doing great things, and there's a negative link within the chain that want to become and want to create that mischievous attributes of not doing the right thing, how could I go forward?
Right.
How can I go forward? And these are the things that is very, very distasteful right here back in Trinidad and Tobago, right here in my fraternity. I could speak out my business to you, King. We here in Trinidad and Tobago, in the entertainment department, steel pan to be exact, a lot of us have not worked for more than 15 months right now. 15 months.
Hey.
And as I'm saying, when I tell you 15 months, and yet still, the powers that be that is around us, they are not addressing us. But yet still, things is happening good for them. But yet still, the question is, will everyone be treated equal along the same lines?
Right.
And the answer is no. We will not be all treated together. Right. Every man for him. That is what this pandemic has made me to understand. Every man for himself. If I have a bread, and I know a man who has a piece of bread and can't afford a piece of bread, I will give it to him because I know what it is like. Right. I know what it is like. Not because Duvon Stewart is this champion arranger, successful player, successful musician. That will make me be different from the other person who don't have, because all of us were given life from God.
Right.
All of us were given the whole powers to be going forward with the doctrine that God placed in the Bible. A lot of people may not believe it, but it is the utmost truth. When I hear people say, F COVID, shit COVID, I don't like COVID, yo, I just tell them, yo, look at the big picture. This is God doing his work, you know. This is God doing his work. And this is a testing time to find out who is ready for who. Right. Who is there for who is willing to carry through the adverse conditions, the situations that is ahead of us. And I speak for many because I see it every single day. We use the tool of love in the wrong context. We come on social media and preach it, and when we behind closed doors, we go against it. And that is the problem that man faces today. We are not perfect, but yet still, please, come on, let me show a little gratitude. Let me show a little love. Let me show a whole heap of cohesiveness around ourselves. Our fraternity, Steel Pan Fraternity, is a small fraternity, you know, and we keep fighting every single blood-clad day, King. We keep having this animosity. We keep having this greed. We keep invoking and projecting egos. Egos amongst ourselves. And we're not looking at the big picture. And if this pandemic is to cease and we go back to the new life, the normal life that we was always living, 2019, 2018, 2017, we will not have a sense of purpose of what was taught to us in the pandemic. Because you know why? Here what man go think. I live it out. I strong. I gonna make it. But yet still, the qualities that is embedded in him is to always try to continue on the egos of him and not helping us out the outside.
Right.
It's very, very serious, King. And I like your topic today. I don't want to stay too much and talk on the program, but at the end of the day, I really support what you're doing. I really love what you're doing. And we had to be careful how we mash in the corn that is on the ground, because at the end of the day, the corn had to grow so we can all reap it and eat together as one. But once that corn grow and ones want to pick it and pick it and pick it and pick it and not share it amongst who are wrong here at the point in time, amongst everybody, that is where the problem does start. We are not blinded by the situations that we see every day. Everybody has two eyes to see. Everybody has two eyes to see. Everybody has two ears to hear, a pair of ears to hear. And they see things with negative intent and negative projection in front of them. They will retaliate. they will retaliate. For example, I ain't afraid to call no names because they don't have me on a blacklist here in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm my brother. No, don't laugh. Don't laugh. It's a serious thing. For the past week and more, my brother Alan Cardinal have been doing something on the social media platform that a lot of people in Trinidad and Tobago do not have the balls to do. Right. Is to come out and speak, to come out and preach what is affecting him and what is around us. But we like to take it into the sense where it's bacchanal and it's pecan and it's this and it's that and the other. Yo, at the end of the day, the truth will all reveal itself one good day. Right. It just takes one good day for the things to evolve itself, you know. But if we continue to sit as a movement and try to swallow what is pushed down in your throat and they say, well, yo, eat that, yo, take that, yo, that's for you, you take that. Yeah. It could never be equally shared among everybody within the fraternity, so we will never have and never be treated equally amongst ourselves in the steel pan fraternity. Around the world, it is what it is. It's general. What happens in the world, it will filtrate and filter down to everything that is around. May it be R&B, rock, jazz, steel pan, calypso. It have its problems, but yet still, we were all placed on the earth as human beings. We were all not being born on this earth to be perfect, but we know we have the qualities to do perfect things and right things and honest things. We all have a mind of our own, but then it is what it is. So we just have to stay true to ourselves, by Mr. Darrell Edwards. Yep. I don't want to take up much of your time. I know you have a time frame on your program, but yo, I love what you're doing. And Brent Richardson is Duvon Stewart. It's not Sir Duvon Stewart. And I want to send out my condolences to all the brothers and sisters out in the southern region in losing an icon, a legend, in the name of Mr. Bobby Muhammad, who passed away at the age of 78, who has contributed big time to the steel pan fraternity. I had the privilege of seeing him and talking with him one-on-one, and it was a great, great honor. It was a great, great honor for me to be sitting with this individual and learning from him, just with the stories that he had to tell, and it was really, really an inspiration to be around him. We have lost a son, and let everybody know we are not on planet Earth forever. Whatever contribution that we can make as a people, as an entity, as a fraternity, let us all try to project goodness, greatness, because it can happen where we can all treat one another equal in this world. Thanks very much for having me in your program, man.
Yes, man. Blessings, man. Blessings to Mr. Duvon Stewart. Hey, man, nice to have you on, man. Nice to know that you're calling. That is what we're talking about. You see, Brent gave me 25, Duvon gave me a whole 100. Hey, it's all good, it's all good. It's love in the house, love in the house. You know, everything that's happened for a reason. And the reason I say that is this. I run late today. Last night I had a gig, coming after 1. You know, went to bed after 2. And was I couldn't even get up this morning. And you know, I tell myself, as I say, you know, positive vibe had to go on. No matter what time, no matter how I feel, I come in to do this. You understand what I'm saying? Set up and come on. And the contributions that I'm getting from you all. Ooh, somebody by my front door, I guess. The contribution I'm getting from you all is fantastic. Fantastic, you know, and this is what people need to hear. People need to hear what you all have to say, you know, Brent Richardson, Mr. Duvon Stewart. People need to hear these things, you know, so the eye could open and they could try to look at themselves, especially as they talk about in the Pan fraternity. The Pan fraternity in Trinidad and Tobago is a lot of fight down, and we need to get it right because, you know, we're in 2021. And since 1980-something, when I start performing, start playing pan, it's the same thing from then to now. When will it change? We need to change it, people. We need to teach the younger generation different things coming up in this pan fraternity. All right. Mr. Adam Candle. Alan. Hey, nice to have you locked on. And we know you can't go out there and play, you know what I mean? Nobody can go out there and play with this pandemic and this lockdown, you know what I mean? But hey, we all could just do what we could do, all right? Just to be safe and try to follow protocols and try to live to see another day. Showing, you see Duvon taking long. Well, you call in and get 2 cents now, man. You come and you're chastising, man. Oh, yeah. Hey, nice to have you all locked on, man. Nice to have you all locked on, man. Yes, Alan, I know you're home. You know what I'll do? Monday is Memorial Day here in the States. So what I'll try to do is, you know what I mean, maybe on my show Monday, I could try to see if I could lock in Adnal to do a little something online. We could organize that, right? I don't know if my big papi partner, Showing Cooper, could come on and do a little thing too. You know what I mean? Brent could be working, you know what I mean? So. Yeah, man. Look what all blowing up the whole comments. Watch them. Mr. Coops, I'll call you. Yes, man. Let me try and organize something Memorial Day. Monday here in the U.S. I'll try to do something nice. See how it goes. You know, tomorrow I'll be up in Oklahoma. I got to drive up in Oklahoma tomorrow to perform in Choctaw casinos. And as I said, I'm going to be meeting another brother, a brother from another mother. Mr. Kieran Payne going to join me up there. And we're just going to relax and chill and try to catch up on old times. Yes, man. So, yeah, nice to have you all on the chat. Nice to have you all on. You all can still call in. I'll leave any lines open. I'll stay on a little longer. You know, come on, others only come on for a little half an hour. We on like for 47 minutes because it's ain't going nice, you know. So, yeah, all the call in. Someone was just at my front door, but hey, we go deal with that later. So, yeah, back to the shadow. You all can remember this song? You all know this song, right? You all know this shadow that I've been playing, right? This One Love. Yes, Brent. Sticky's banging. Had a good time Wednesday.
Like to see a world of unity, equality throughout.
Yeah, this is a big tune. This is a big tune.
Peacefulness, happiness, and togetherness.
This is what we need.
I would like to see the day when love would come to stay. One love.
All these radio announcers and people in Trinidad and Tobago need to be playing positive music and talking positive talk on the radio, on the airwaves. And let me try to bring peace and love and unity back, togetherness back in the country. This is what we need, you know. We start with the music we listen to.
Love to the world. It's all that I
So yeah, brothers, let's check up on one another. Let's spread love to the world, all right? Let's spread love to one another. Let's check up on one another, especially we in the Pan fraternity. You know, our forefathers and stuff, we struggle. People struggle in order to bring the culture where it is today. And we, who in the Pan fraternity, to try to look out for one another, all right? Mightn't be from the same band, but it's one fraternity. We can look out for one another. You don't look out for the man who have. Look out for the man who do have and struggling. You know what I mean? Because the people who have can come together and look out for the people who don't have and struggling. That is what we need. Alright? That is the one love we need. That is the togetherness we need. Hey, when borders open, I hope everybody can come through, alright? Yes, boss.
Like we moving on the positive vibes now. We're here to call in and talk and let me conversate and get this thing out because your voice is needed. And as I'm saying, here's my brother. I wanted to call in and vibes in and let me hear what's going on. Brother Darrell,
Yeah.
you see that tune from Shadow? That tune is a wicked tune you pull out of the archives, say, King. I ain't it in a long time, but it's a song that I feel like I put on my repertoire. That I feel I will put on my repertoire. And as I'm saying, it's a wicked piece of tune. And I know my boy Alan Cannon will look for it too and preach it and showcase it with the instrument. Let me show you something where this treated equally in the world is. Let me show you something, King. They just concluded Panagramma competition in Trinidad and Tobago. Is a living example and testimony for what takes place within our steel pan fraternity today. It was a distasteful situation. I watched it. But then again, too, every man is privy to their opinion. You can't vex with that opinion what a man casts, but at the end of the day, we had to show love and appreciation. But someone came on the social media network and fueled a comment that was making it look like we do like we own here in Trinidad, we like to support outside and try to push that hate and that animosity and that kind of negative vibes in the fraternity. Why would they tell people? This is from Duvon Stewart to the fraternity. You see, whatever we do here, the world has looked to us as leaders, as the trendsetters. And if we continue to set that example, we will never, ever get respect. And that is where the hate and the disliking will always take place. But to make them understand, my bread and butter in steel pan is outside Trinidad and Tobago. And once you're making these individuals outside feel hated and not being loved by us, they wouldn't call Duvon. They ain't gonna call Alan. They ain't gonna call Bugsy. They ain't gonna call nobody else. And that would just cause the tension. You understand what I'm saying? And you see this thing they call competition, boy, Darrell boy, is a killer, no? The word competition is a capital K killer, no? You understand what I'm saying? Everybody have their winner, but once a man say this man win or this man didn't win, and next man go jump in and it create a whole different view and a different light. Then you see the hate music, the hate comments, the hate remarks. I watched it for the week, boy King, and I was like, yo, the more all are doing these things, the more my job as a musician in steel pan becomes not want. Because you know why? I am a replica of what Trinidad and Tobago gives off with the gospel of steel pan music to the world. And if we continue to preach these things from here, who will want us out there? You're stopping my bread from getting butter.
Boy. So
it's time for we to stand and continue to preach love out here, boy. This hate game, it ain't create me no way. The instrument young, the fraternity young, and look the kind of hate we creating with it, boy.
Yep.
Look the kind of animosity and the pulling and tugging we creating with it, boy. And if we look at the big picture, we look at the picture and the man in the mirror, all we have in Trinidad and Tobago here is panorama, and after that we have nothing,
Yep.
Take panorama out of the calendar of events for the year. We have nothing, We know outside have everything. The lectures, there are master classes, there are workshops, there are symposiums, there are all kind of things happening outside of Trinidad and Tobago. We're not really understanding what these brothers and sisters doing outside.
Yep.
They helping taking our music, our fraternity, our whole family together. But once that competition come around, they just always say, homegrown. If homegrown deserve to win, homegrown deserve. If outside deserve to win, outside deserve to win. But at the end of the day, competition is always the problem between fraternity, boy. Is the problem, is the big problem, boy, Daryl, boy. But
Yep.
let me come off your life. Let me come off your life, man. If I start to talk, I'm going to be. I'm telling you, boy, Daryl, boy, it really distasteful, but that competition thing is a killer, man. But see, what is, man. But, all right.
All right, man. Bless up.
Blessed, man. Blessed. Yeah, man.
Yes, man. Hey, that's a man who's passionate about the culture. And this is what we're talking about. Show it, Cooper. He calling you out, Mr. Coops. He calling you out. But it's all good. Yes, man. And that is real talk. Outside here, there's all kind of different things going on. They're taking the pan, they're taking the culture to a different level. Lectures and this and that and the other. And we in Trinidad fighting it down. We're fighting down with our own self, fighting down with our own culture, and saying things that will, that will not help people to get jobs and elevate out here. Taking away bread from a man's mouth, not making a man's bread be buttered of what you say. So we got to watch what we say and what we do, I didn't have time to look at the competition on Saturday because I was performing. And when I get back from performing, it was like about after 11. But I saw the results. I don't know how it went. I don't know who played what really. You know what I mean? I was just trying to do what I could do on my end, do my job. But it's all good. Yes, Mr. Richardson.
Hey, Daryl. Yes. Back again. It's just something that Duvon said. So that I just had to add something to that there. And I listened to what Duvon said just now with, his bread and butter is on the outside and stuff like that. And it just brought me back to that time before I migrated here 13 years ago. But before that, I was living in Los Angeles. And they have a system in LA. I got to LA, and we sister Dixie Ann, she introduced me to a guy named Einstein Brown. And when she introduced me to Einstein Brown, Einstein set me up on a lot of gigs, because that's all I was doing out there. And then Einstein introduced me to Mr. Robert Greenwich. Now, we knowing about Robert in Trinidad, but I was never close to him because, South, North, Despers on the Hill, things like that.
Right.
So I'm just saying that to say. And when I remember the first gig I did for Einstein, when I got to the Treehouse restaurant, Mr. Greenwich, that's why I just call him. Mr. Greenwich said, "You played on the weekend?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Who you play for?" I said, "Well, I play for Einstein." He said, I play for Einstein. Just so he said, and he pay you X, Y, and Z? I said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay, that is a fair price." He said, "Now I want you to know something. You see, we here, we don't go below X, Y, and Z, and we don't go above A, B, and C." He said, "Now anytime you try to go below that, you would not work in Los Angeles." You understand? And I say that to say that they have a togetherness over there. I don't know what's going on now because I haven't been there in the past 13 years. But before, they had that whole thing set out where nobody had trying to undermine nobody.
Right.
All of us was eating. Everybody was eating. And everybody was happy. And on a weekend, we meet by the Treehouse, which is the late deceased Rudolph Charles' wife place. Right? Buffalo. Pay the man fair You know what I mean? And I can recall coming here to Toronto 13 years ago. And I had my pan and I went downtown to play. My nephew is a jazz poet. And I went downtown to play. And when a guy said, you know, come here and say, you're going to make no money here in this place here. You understand? When that man tell me that, I watch that man and I laugh. And just by that statement, I pull away from that downtown scene.
Reconnecting. Look like a reconnecting.
Mississauga and Brampton. And I just only played, really sorry to say, but that to say, I just only played for rich white people and rich Indian people. You know what I'm telling you? And I just leave the rest of them to fight up. No, we don't have a fight up like what I see in Trinidad here in Toronto. I don't have a fight up. But I pull away from that whole scene because when I came, I didn't get that love. You understand? And I pull away from that scene. Right? The Chinese Association, I just play for them. All the white people in Brampton and Mississauga and the Indians and them has played for them. And they don't try to cut down your money.
Right.
You understand? I just say that to say that. Sometimes, you know, the pan, no matter where we go, right? The pan stands out. But we as the players, we who blessed with the talent to play it, boy, we destroying the thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when Duvon talk about that now, you know how we just make things, when people see that kind of stuff. And just earlier this morning, Darrell, you and I were speaking about that, and you told me you didn't like how you saw that fourth Trinidad flag over that French flag and all this kind of thing like that. That is madness, right? And you know, and I am thankful to God that I'm in a different field, so I don't have to really depend on it, because trust me, I would have been even more passionate than Duvon. You know what I'm telling you? And I'm still passionate.
Yeah.
Because, when I see things, I just want to say things, but then, you know, because I'm not in Trinidad or I'm not in the thing every day, or I just try to cool my tongue now.
Right.
You understand? But watch me, we have to do different, boy. We have to do different as musicians, boy.
Yeah.
We have to do different. Right? Man talking about them playing this and they're playing that, and if we doing this and who doing that. And no, bro. No. You understand? And that is why I pull away from Panorama. Competition. Because everybody believe they're winning. And everybody deserves to win. Right? And what it was, I was talking to a guy and I say, I want to I was going to send it to Andy Niels. And I say, you know what, let me leave Mr. Niels. Let me not harass him today. But I was going to send it to Andy Niels and say, put on your forum and ask which arranger going to accept defeat on a final night. Going to say, oh yeah, I get licks. Right? Because everybody putting out. I don't know what Duvon has put out every night. I don't know if Duvon started tune 2 years before. I don't know when he's sleeping, when he's getting up. I don't know how much music he had to listen to before eating. I don't know how much thing he had to write or whatever. I don't know what Pro used to do. Well, I mean, a lot of times we know what Pro used to do because we was in it, right? 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, we break in class in school to do Fontclair music. So I know about that, right? But every arranger just have to put out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they really need to stop that. Do some big shows. Do some big shows. You understand? Look at this pandemic going on right now. You know how much children around the world want to learn to play pan? Right? Just last week, I give some in-laws a free tenor pan. You know, my son cried to get tuned up and buy keys and stand and thing and send it all on the other side of Canada, Vancouver, somewhere up there. Right? For a little girl to learn pan without nobody to teach her. You understand? And we had if Spanish really do the right thing, I could call up you, call up Cooper, call up Duvon, call up Mr. Cardinal, call up whoever, call my brother in Maryland. You understand what I'm saying? And say, listen, call Ricky in New York. Listen, you have 4 classes. Boom, this person thinking, so this is what it is. And everybody agree on a price. And listen, they're gonna tune on, bam, you teach a class, bam, 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 bam. But because we're fighting down one another.
That's a great idea.
Because we're fighting down one another, we cannot do that. How could we do that?
Right.
You understand? And yet still all the people in America forming all kind of company and sucking Panman dry. Right? Charging 5,000 and getting Panman 300 and 400 and we happy with that and all kind of thing. But we don't want to do that ourselves. We do not want to do that ourselves and have a conglomerate and where I could, if Duvon can make a class, could call Daryl. Daryl get on Trinidad time, 5 o'clock. You need to teach this class. Or call a man in the States, or call a man in England. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
That is what we're not getting in our head. But again, I just try to stay away from them kind of talk now. Because I'm busy with my work now. Right? But that is what I see. That is what I foresee. That should be happening. But, you know. And that's why I say I had to call a certain amount of men and have a serious discussion with them, you know. Right? But yeah, but that is my 2 cents. I just have to say that day when I hear Duvon say that thing, you know. Duvon to be preaching, you know. Yeah, be preaching. Anyhow, let me come off because I was sure we know Mr. Coop or Mr. Curtis Marcel to say something. Bless it.
All right, blessings, man. Blessings. You call it out, man, but you call it... man, call it out, man, on the live. It's all good. I like it. I see Mr. Sherwin was trying to call me a while ago while he was on. All right. Mr. Sherwin Cooper is calling on. How you going, Mr. Coops?
Well, good evening, good afternoon. I was calling, but Ben beat me to it. Ben beat me to it just now. But, you know my vibes. I don't really get in the certain conversation I try my best to stay away from. And if you realize, I only reposting things. I only reposting memories. I'm not really saying anything. And, but you guys say a question, I put my comment up early before them boy call in, but them boy talk so long. Them boy talk so long, I miss my comment. But it's all good, you know, because it's nothing, as I said in a comment below, it's nothing like it really add to what was already said, you know?
Right.
But to stray a little bit, as we're having a discussion, what I don't like and what I'm seeing is people giving, but my question is, are they giving from the heart or are they giving for publicity? And I have a serious problem where that is concerned.
Oh.
If you're giving, and you're giving from the heart because you really and truly want to help somebody, I fine with that. But the world don't have to know that.
Right.
The world not supposed to know if I help a man or a man get help from an institution or something like that. And what I am seeing is organizations helping people, but they had to post up everything on the social media. Why? I personally have a serious problem with that. That's why I try my best not to say nothing, just to keep out. Because you know, the minute you voice your opinion, you just be the bad one, you know. So I learn. Sometimes it's better not to say nothing and just watch. If you have a part to play in society, you do your part. On a low, nobody has to know. You just do what you have to do. You understand? But why you see some organizations doing, they're just doing it for publicity.
Right. Yeah.
You know, hey, we do this. Hey, we do this. Look what we do. But they're not thinking about the personally receiving end. Not everybody in situation will come out and say, well, you know, boy, in a situation here. And, you understand? I will do. If I'm in a situation, you and Brent and my whole crew know I go call all and say, hey, there's the situation. But the world don't have to know that. Not everybody is the same. You understand? Which is, a lot of people have false pride. And I can't stop somebody from having false pride. But what I'm saying is, if an organization will not help someone, the world don't have to know. I don't need to know who you help. I don't need to know that. And one of my turn off is when I see people doing that. That is a real turn off to me. It push me real far. Because it's, why are you doing this? Are you doing it just for publicity that they really help this person? But deep down, you really want to help that man, you know? Right. You just doing that because you know if you help that man, people go like me. And that is a turn off. That is a turn off to me. Is that you're doing it from the goodness of your heart, or you're doing it because you just want the publicity? Right. And that is a turn off to me. Even when people doing donation for food and things, you don't need to make video. People don't need to know that. Yeah. You're going and help. just help. That's why I don't want to call me, because I just get real. When I see these things, it just interfere with me now. If you're helping, just help.
Right.
Just help. Just do your part. And you will see how nice your blessings will come. But the minute you start to post things where you say you're actually helping somebody who are unfortunate person, and you start to post up that, but man, you interfere with your blessings. People interfere with the blessings and they don't even realize that they're interfering with the blessings. You understand? And then there's watch people like myself and other people who just get through. And how that man let's get through? Because we just do things that we don't have to let the world know. You don't have to let the Bible talk about when you give it, just get back.
Yep.
But we don't have to let the world know. We don't have to let the world know we helping. I don't have to come out and say, well, hey, I do this and I do that. No, I don't have to do that. But each one of us in society does do our part. And I applaud the people that doing parts, because I know there are a lot of people doing a lot of stuff. You know? I know that.
Right.
But we don't have to come out and let the world know, well, they what we doing. No, we don't need that. The man who's supposed to know that is the man that created the heaven and the earth. And he see what we're doing, because you know what? He's the reader, the mind, and the heart. And I go end on that note right there. So my brothers are calling. I don't like to call in on this thing because I don't go real deep now. I go real deep. I'm real passionate when it comes to that spiritual thing, and so I just prefer not to say nothing. I learned that. Sometimes it's better not to say nothing and just watch and respect everybody else's opinion. But you see this sharing thing, it's happening, and it's, to me, why is I glad that they're helping people. At the same time, I'm saddened by you're making it a publicity stunt.
Right.
Have a good day, gentlemen.
All right. That was Mr. Cooper that we were talking about. All the calling. You see? He said he's very passionate. We know Showing very passionate, you know. And when he started to talk and he go deep, yes, he's very passionate. He might start to cry and all, talking. That's how passionate that brother is. I'm telling you. We go way, way back. And it's true. You know, people do stuff, and when they do stuff, it's like for publicity stunt. We got Mr. Sleepy Curtis Marcel calling in. What's up, Mr. Sleepy Curtis Marcel?
Pleasant good afternoon to each and everyone. For those who still in the morning time, good. All right, okay. Hold on. Right. Morning. Let me start again. Pleasant good afternoon, pleasant good evening, pleasant good night, and morning to all those who are viewing this program. Now, I was sleeping, and something wake me up. I wake up and I start watching my phone, and so when I put on the phone now and I see the notification that you are live, I put it on. So Brent on, Duvon on, thing. I said, nah, I didn't read the post yet of what it is you're talking about today. So right now as I'm speaking, I came on the computer and I look at the question. Do you think everyone will ever be treated equally in this world? It have a lot, I could talk from now till tomorrow for that side. But since it went down to our steel band movement are going down there, I don't like what I've been seeing for the past week and a half. I don't like it. I ain't gonna give it power. I'm not gonna give it power. But all I'm gonna say is thanks to NLCB, thanks to Neville and the Panogram team for filling in a void, filling in something that I really enjoyed. I enjoyed every single performance. I was even making mention to someone. I said, but if Neville gets some big sponsors, I think they could do a big show in Trinidad. one chill something like under the trees and bring all this and make it look like a kind of festival.
Right.
Take it to Toronto. But when in Toronto now you invite somebody, the panelists across there to fit in on the show, you know?
Right.
You do some performances. And Europe, same thing, right? And you bring somebody, let me say, like Duvon as a special artist. You bring Len Booksy Sharp as a special artist. You bring Liam Teg as a special artist. And looking at the prominent people in the thing, right? And in between, you get them a little, as they say, kakada to do a workshop. Right? This is what I'm looking at. Now, on the other part of I heard Brent speaking on like the educational aspect with thing. I have started to, I mean, it's a long time, and people ask me, but people are talking about steelman backing tractor. I've been in that since about 1994 for myself. And I used to be thinking, I say, if it have a day that somebody, then time we didn't thinking about internet and getting that internet and but those things that let me say you want to teach somebody twinkle twinkle little star, and you have a little you got a 4-man side in a school or something. Beside the music, you're giving them reference audio.
Okay.
I tell you the reference audio with you're taking a guitar to bring to God, but no. They will get a reference, a MP3 with how the chords or whatever you want to put, whatever arrangement you want to put for the cello, for the double second, or for the bass band.
Right.
I into that long time. Long time I into that. And I'll be taking it much further. As time go by, you will hear some more details. You have heard the kind of stuff I've been doing.
Yep, doing some great stuff.
Right? We will get to do that in time, right? But my trust is education because I know where I came from. I have been always passionate about Pleasantville Senior Comprehensive School. And how much I learned there. I learned part before, but there was that was the pot that show you how to slice the bread neatly, how to put the butter on it, how to slice the cheese, you know. Don't put it too fat, put it nice, and you put a piece of lettuce, and if you want, you put a little tomatoes, and you have a nice something to eat. Right. Professor Fillmore, we did that. We went on to Fontclair, and it went, as some of you all will know, Duvon will know as a matter of fact, the Fontclair brothers and sisters came out from a different ilk. One person I want to mention here, some may not agree, but I will say it blue. You see Mr. Wentworth Richardson? He had a vision. He did what he had to do. And thankfully, at this present time, Darren took over. And he has a vision, and it is going even further. Right. I'm not going to say much now. Right? Not going to say much now, but Darren, all of us are products of that one family tree.
Right.
And I'm glad to see that you have the positive vibes, just like Showing Cooper with Simple Show Entertainment, Roger Charles, right? You have Ian Beckles in the UK doing it real nice too. Mm-hmm. Wade Austin with Steel Pan in Motion. I think Steel in Motion is his brand. Right. And there are other brands that came out of Fontclair. All I just want to say, let us keep it together and let us share the love that we have for the instrument. If you notice, none of we go bite up and scramble in a barrel for each other and want to fight on each other. He might have disagreements. A man might not like how this thing happening out there. But at the end of the day, it's pure love. Yeah. If somebody has something for a man and you want to carry that 10, 15 years, Crapo smoke your pipe. God go deal with you because remember the universe is listening.
Yeah.
The universe, and it have a way how things are stack back, as we just say, right?
Yeah.
So for everybody on the chat, I thank everybody for listening. And this, I thank God that I was able to hear some of the responses and so on. But let us keep the love together, right? And again, I just want to reach out on a point that Sean was talking about the organizations who want to put up people picture because they're giving out a little basket, a fruit basket. I can understand you're taking the photos for your personal filing. And then if you have an agreement with your sponsor, just send it to your sponsor. But I don't think all 40, let me say, only whatever much people that have been given these hampers of gifts, I would say, needs to be on social media. Some might say, but we had to see what they're doing. Bantribago have its work to do. They are under constraints, and I am thankful for what they're doing. Right. I just don't agree with the like I said, the putting out the pictures in the media and that kind of thing. I don't like that. Right? But I support their efforts and what they're doing to uplift the thing. All right, Darrell, thank you very much. Everybody have a wonderful day ahead.
Yes, man. Thank you, Mr. Curtis Marcel, for calling in, man. That is what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Well, we on for like an hour and 20 minutes. The longest the show ever go. Well, I don't mind, you know. You know what I mean? Because this show is for us. This show is for us to talk, make our views on the topics. You know what I mean? So, yes, I say I come on for half an hour, but if it go to an hour and a half, I don't mind, you know, because it's for us. It's for us to share our viewpoints. So let me take a little small break and come back.
D. Harp Steel Entertainment presents Positive Vibes with Daryl Harp Edwards every Monday and Friday. Workout Wednesdays and Saturdays. Tune in to the live streams. It's all about performance.
Yes, man, it's all about performance. Yes, man, so we had Chauvin calling, we had Sleepy, Brent Richardson, Duvon Stewart, and it's all good. Alan was online also, you know. Yeah, I was telling Brent earlier that one of the things that I didn't like what I saw, because I didn't see the show, Panorama show, but I saw some stuff that was very distasteful to me, where I saw 4 Trinidad flags over, I think it's a France flag, you know, like, it was distasteful, like, you know, Trini beating up or beat up the France person in Pan and that kind of nonsense. It was really distasteful, and I don't like those kind of stuff, you know. We're supposed to be better than that. We're supposed to be at a higher standard. And if we want people to look up to us as people who leading in the art form and who trying to get our art form out there, we're not supposed to try to put down anyone. You know what I mean? And as Duvon said, competition right about now is what killing the thing. Because that was very distasteful, and that was a competition. Now the competition was good. The solos and the whole idea of it was real nice. It was real nice. As I said, I didn't see the finals. I saw the semi-finals and stuff. But at the end, you know, you see that we need to be better than that. We need to do better than that, you know. And I think, you know, for the people who put up that, it was very distasteful. And I think, you know, this guy, Matthew, that's his name, I don't really know his name, from France, deserve an apology because I was very wrong. All right? Just my 2 cents. Talking about the culture and talking about what I see from the Panagramma. So, yeah, it's all good. So So yeah, we can save some for next Friday. Yeah, we can save some for next Friday. Please, God, nice to have you all on. You know, let me just play. Before I leave, I had to play back that Shadow. Shadow nice. We all need peace, love, unity, harmony.
I'd like to see a world of unity.
Well, listen to the words, listen to the words.
Equality throughout humanity. Peacefulness, happiness, and togetherness. I would like to see the day when love would come to stay. One love, one love. It would be happiness to see such a unity.
One love, people, one love.
One love. Hey, hey, hey.
This is our one love, Trinidad and Tobago, one love. This is Calypso, one love.
Hey, hey, hey.
These are songs should be playing on the areas right here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Love to the world. It's all that I can say. Deep in my soul, I would like to see the day of peacefulness, happiness, and togetherness. I would like to see the day when love would come to stay. One love, one
Yes, people.
love. It would be happiness to see such a unity.
Such a unity, be happiness to see such a unity. As I said, nice to have you all once again, you know what I mean? Don't forget, tomorrow is workout Saturday, so come and work out with me tomorrow, you know. I work it up before I do my 3-hour drive to Oklahoma, you know what I mean? And I still going and perform, then meet my boy and, you know what I mean, chop it up. So yeah, work out with me tomorrow. Monday, I might call one or two brothers and try to get you all online to do a little something, you know, Alan and these, you know what I mean? For Mondays, it's a holiday here, it's Memorial Day. And yeah. So, you know what I mean? We could try to do something different on Monday on the show. And yeah, that's how it is. So yeah, brothers, we've been on nearly an hour and a half. You see how the thing does go? God is good. God is great. And you know, everybody follow protocols. Please follow protocols, vaccinated or not. Follow the protocols and the guidelines. Because COVID is serious out there, you know what I mean? As Duvan mentioned, we lost a great icon, Bobby Muhammad, South Trinidad, one of the Rangers pioneers of band back in the day, 1960s, Guinness Cavaliers. We lost a great one, son of the soil, Trinidad and Tobago, and condolences to the family of Mr. Bobby Muhammad. And, you know, in the Pan fraternity, hey, we could do better. Let's try to do better. Let's try to love one another. Let's try to take our culture places that has never been before. We got people with great ideas, and let us try to bring their ideas forth and support it in the best way possible in order to make the culture of Trinidad and Tobago better. Let's put it on the map. You know what I mean? Let me try to make Pan win Grammys and that kind of stuff, you know. Let us not pull down one another, but try to lift up the person that could take it to a different level. All right, people? It's a blessing to have you all on today, as I said before. And let us exercise, you know, love, unity, patience with one another too, because most times we need to have patience. In order for things to go further, we need to have patience. All right? See, I love you all. Love you all, and thanks for tuning in. At the end of a little song. See you all, be blessed. See you all on Monday, please God. I got to go. Hope you all had a great time. Thank you, Mr. Duvenstone, Mr. Sherwin Cooper, Brett Richardson, Curtis Marcel, Alan Cardinal, and all who was locked on. And I didn't see you all who was not mentioned. I want to thank you all for being here on Positive Vibe Live. The harp is in the house. See you all on Monday, please God. Blessings.